Morning, everyone. I am Julian Grace Joy Derlon, and I am your reporter for today. So, my topic is all about Lesson 18, which is service learning, our objectives. Discuss service learning as an instructional strategy. Second, explain how service learning is used in elementary social study instruction. Third, develop a lesson plan that uses service learning and elementary social studies. Introduction. We have this called situation that rely on service learning. So Teacher Charmaine's last topic for the first quarter in Araling Panlipunan 4 is natural disasters in the Philippines. So, it just so happened that another province was struck by signal number 3 typhoon a week ago. After discussing the different natural disasters in the country, she showed pictures and articles about the effect of the typhoon in the Nauru province to her student. She she asked them how they can help people who were affected by the disaster. The class suggested a school-wide donation drive that was done for a week. In coordination with their Filipino teacher, students wrote letters to parents, teachers, and administrators to help them with their project. In their arts class, students made posters and encouragement that were sent the children affected by the typhoon. So, to conclude the project, teacher Charmaine asked the student to write a reflection journal about their experience. So, she also scheduled a day where the class shared their reflection with the administrators, teachers, and parents to thank them for their appreciation in the project. So, have you experienced doing a similar activities when you were in elementary? So, was the activity successful in helping you deepen your understanding of the lesson? So, the strategy of teacher Charmaine utilized is called service learning. In this chapter, you will learn that service learning is and how it is implemented in the classroom. Service learning, according to the National Service Learning Clearinghouse, service learning is a teaching and learning strategy that integrated meaningfully community service with instruction and reflection to enrich the learning experience, teach civic responsibility, and strengthen communities. This is important from this is different. Service learning is very different from volunteerism and community service because aside from providing relevant and meaningful civic environment, service learning targets the acquisition of specific knowledge, skills, and values. There are three types of service learning. First, direct service learning. These students requires to come in their direct contact with the community or people in need. Example of such as activity are conduct an outreach program for the elderly and tutoring out of school youth. For example of this, we elementary student need to conduct an outreach program in Kanlampay. So that day we discuss the topic that rely on kindergarten to grade 6. So after we conduct our topic, we give some gifts for students and food. And the second one, indirect service learning. This entails students to channel resources for the certain projects without directly interacting with the people they intend to help. So for this, we can help people or we can help through service learning without interaction with them. So such as activities of this is fundraising activities of person with disabilities or we we donate some some things, food like that drives for victims for and calamities. Third one is advocacy activities. This requires students to engage in work behalf of a speech cause. Of an example of this activity is awareness campaign against dengue. That we conduct some speech to people that they can that that can help to them. So, next, steps. According to Jigger and Wade in 2000, there are four basic steps in implementing service learning. First, preparation. This providing students with the necessary skills and information for the project. For preparation, like student need to conduct a research first before they do their project. After the discussion of social study content, the teachers and students brainstorm possible activities, explore the rules, identify budget and resources, among others. So this, after they conduct their topic, our social study in people, they need to give an activities that rely on their topics. Second, action or service. After orienting students and seeking their commitment, the project is commenced and actualized. So, actualize, they need to action not only to research their topic, they need to participate. The third, evaluation and reflection. This refers to the act of thinking critically about their experience in the project. So, the teacher may ask students to relate the social study content to experience and probe for deeper levels and understanding. So, after they actualize, teacher need to ask some questions that student experience about their project. The fourth is celebration. As a culminating activity, this could be done to extend gratitude to the participants and to share their experience with parents, administrations, and other teachers and students. The next, advantage in service learning. First, it helps break down to the barriers between the classroom and real life. Students are given opportunity to apply social study concepts and skills in the real world setting. So according to Edwards in 2005, service learning increased students' sense of personal and social responsibility. They develop a more positive outlook toward others, improve their learning of content, and enhance their self-esteem. So, because of this service learning, students have that confidence to discuss all about social studies. So lastly, it can enhance the relationship between the student, the school, and the community. So the last one is how portion of preparation stage of the strategy is utilized in the elementary social study classroom. First, we have when making a lesson plan. First, we have the objective, which is content standards. So the second one is the performance standard. And the third one is learning competence objectives. So, the second, we have the content, which is kung ano ang paksa ng ating itatalakay sa mga bata. And the third is learning resources. Kung anong kagamitan na gagamitin natin sa pagtuturo. We have the references, kung saan tayo kukuha ng ating ibabahagi sa mga estudyante, like nakalagay dito ay Araling Panlipunan 2, which is learning modules and teacher's guide. So another is other learning resources, which is storybook, pictures, situation meta cards, and project guide. The last one is procedures. In procedures, we have the before the lesson, and during the lesson, and after the lessons. That's our for today. Thank you for listening to me.